Hi, this is Dakota from DavilaColonRTD, and I figured I'd make a video telling you guys what we're all about. This is a channel that me and my buddy decided to make, which he's not here right now, um, on how to build a car for track, street, just to have fun with, and, us having fun in the meantime. Right now it's 32, I think. And I'm in a garage with a little heater, ran out of kerosene, but let me show you guys what I have going so far project-wise. So please pardon the mess, this isn't my garage, but this is my 1982 Cutlass Supreme with a built Olds 403, only making about 250 horsepower. Right now we are getting it ready for paint prep, but we are actually going to wrap it in vinyl. And right now we are also building it for a street and strip car. This car was originally from Virginia. I didn't buy it like that. It was originally teal, was repainted silver, had vinyl top on it. We deleted the vinyl top, still working on it a little bit. And we are still currently trying to finish that. As you can see, we don't have much work done on the other side yet, which I will show you. But this car, I've ran 14.6 in a quarter mile. That was the quickest time I've made on a 205, really small tire, which I am upgrading to a 275. But yeah, this is going to be the first project in this YouTube channel. Hopefully I could get some support from everybody out here. And, maybe let me know what you guys want to see first, bodywork wise. I do know how to do bodywork, mechanically wise, and yeah. Bit of an idea on where we're going right now with this car, and I will show you what's going to be happening next in terms of what comes next in the bodywork process. Okay, so starting at the front of the car, we had to sand down the front fender. There was pinstriping, red pinstriping that ran along here. I could still show you guys on the other side. But we had to sand that down, get it nice and smooth. Right now we have some cheap spray can primer on it just to keep the bare metal protected, which is very important to make sure that no surface rust starts to appear or anything, especially when cars out in a garage like this. But before that, you have to feather edge and DA down the door, but since we didn't have a DA, we had to do it by hand. But you have to take all the pinstriping off. Half the time it involves getting farther down, especially if they clear over it. There was a piece of trim that went across all the way to the back, which you could kind of see where was left over. Somebody who had it before, they shaved the door locks, which they completely messed up, so I can't put door locks back on it. And after that, sand the quarters down. Still need to finish towards the bottom. I need to finish pulling off the back bumper. But when you get up here into the roof, there was studs that ran all the way up. I think about 3 that ran up, and then another, I believe 3 or 4 that came across the bottom here. And then there was a line right here, which I could show you guys, where the roof actually connected with the quarter panel that we had to redo because I'm not sure if this car had I'm pretty sure this car had a vinyl top on it from the factory. And in the factory, they actually filled this whole section with a body filler to hide that, and because they didn't need to actually make it look perfect, it was just kind of crappy, I guess. But it still needs a little bit of work. There's very weird issues with the roof that we have to fix, and then some final sanding down in here. Okay, so here we are on the other side. This is actually a little bit of rust where the where water soaked in through the vinyl top and started to rust, but it's not that big of a deal. We grinded it off, whatever. But here is the seam where they filled it with body filler from the factory. I stuck some in there. It's not finished, nowhere near finished yet. But actually here you can see that there are these studs that run all the way along and down where the trim would go that held the vinyl top on. This is a quarter vinyl top that was on this car. Took all that off. There's a piece right here, and then obviously back window. But other than that, this car, believe it or not, has almost zero rust on it. The only spot of rust on the car itself, on the body, was right here, which is from a scratch that somebody had put in it and never fixed it. And then the trunk. The trunk has a horrible rot through all the way onto the other side, but I don't know if it's savable or not. You guys think so? Sweet. I was gonna put fiberglass on there, but fiberglass one on there, but I heard that it's not a good idea. But I have my hood here. I was gonna try to trade it out for a cowl induction, but I don't know if I'll have the money for that right now. But yeah, here's the pinstriping too as well that I was talking about on the other side that it has that we had to get rid of. And then I took all this window trim off. This is the window trim that I was talking about that I had to figure out myself how to take off. Thank God I didn't mess it up. And then, not to mention too, there's a bunch of chrome trim that runs along the bottom of this car. And I mean a bunch of it. If you look right here, here's for, I believe, the doors. Runs all the way down to the ground. It's probably about a 5-foot piece. But yes, this is what we have ahead of us. Hopefully it's not going to take too much longer. Could be getting the 3M, I think, I forget how to pronounce it. It's a really dark gunmetal color. And it's actually not too bad price-wise. Shouldn't be too hard to put on. And hopefully it'll come out great. That's the color I intend on painting it once I get the chance and money to actually paint it. But until then, this will be good enough. But to get down to another issue that I think I'm going to be running into with the car, and I'm not entirely sure whether or not it's going to be a problem, but hopefully it's not, is the wheels. So what I have is, even though these are actually truck wheels, these are the Mickey Thompson, I can't remember what these are called, but they are a 15x8, which is it's a pretty decent sized wheel. It's the widest wheel I could fit, but I bought these off of my auto body class teacher. He just so happened to have this size, which is the size I wanted, at least for the backs. But I didn't know if they were the right offset, the right mold pattern, and everything. But it's gonna be a pretty close fit between the outer edge of the tire, especially because the tire is gonna stick out a little bit more, and this the quarter panel right here. I might have to cut it if worst comes to worst to do that, or I'll have to buy another set of wheels, which I already have another set in mind, but again, it's money that I'd have to spend that I don't have right now. But while I'm here right now, I'll show you guys what I have been working on for the past 30 minutes or so. What I'm taking off right now is it's a really flexible plastic. It's a filler piece that goes in between the trunk and the rear bumper, which actually stops me from unbolting the taillights, which are kind of in the way right now, which I'll show you guys how to take that off. So really quickly, here it is. There are bolts that go, or studs, sorry, that go across the inside underneath the bumper. They're on both sides. Sorry, you can't see these other ones. And then I believe what else holds it in are these little plastic studs for the side markers. If you can see the lights shining through, there's two on each side of it after you pull the light out, and another two on that side. And once you pull those out, hopefully I should be able to pull this off the back of the car and then remove the tail lights out, so that way I could get all the way around it and get whatever else I need. Okay, so my bad, I found out once I removed those that there are actually a couple of nuts that go here and here. I don't know if there's any more up above here, but it's the same on the other side. And I'm starting to think that I might have to take off the bumper too, which is making things a lot more difficult than they need to be, I think. A couple of bolts underneath, but yeah, this is kind of gonna be a pain. Alright, well, it's getting a little late, so I'm going to call it a night. It ends up being that I need to take more off than just the back bumper, so I'm going to have to figure out what it is there, but that's going to be the end for this video. So, hope you guys enjoyed. If you enjoy it, hit the like button, you know, show me off to your friends, whatnot, whatever. It's all cool. And I will see you guys another day.